I know. I was just you. I feel 1,000. Heartbeat slow down.
Good afternoon. My name is Bart Wojcicki, principal of Haslett High School. At this time, if you would please stand and welcome the class of 2013.
We good? All right. Hello, I'm Jake Schmelter, president of the class of 2013. Please stand and let's do the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please be seated.
Good job, brother. Good job. I'll see you a little bit later.
Good afternoon. My name is Sharon Jones, and I'm the Assistant Superintendent for Haslett Public Schools, and I am standing in for Mike Duda, our superintendent, who is unable to be here today. He is home recovering from surgery. On behalf of Haslett Public Schools and Mike, I would like to welcome all of the graduates and their families and friends who are here to help us celebrate the commencement of the class of 2013. Thanks also to Michigan State University for allowing us to use the Breslin Center, which has served our community for over 17 years. It is an honor and privilege for us to be here today. All of us who are connected with Haslett Public Schools are proud of each and every one of you. You have represented our schools and community with distinction. Commencement Day is a very special time. It is the culmination of the Haslett Schools' efforts in concert with our parents and guardians to provide a quality education for our students. Today, we acknowledge these efforts were successful. The results: well-educated, capable individuals who are prepared for future challenges. Haslett graduating seniors can take comfort in knowing they have completed a rigorous college prep curriculum to earn their diplomas and are ready to compete against the best and the brightest in the world. You are positioned to access opportunities that this solid education affords you. It's worth repeating. You have been a source of great pride for Haslett Schools and this community. I am confident you will continue to make us proud. As another year comes to a close, I wish to acknowledge and thank the Board of Education, the teaching staff, our support personnel, and administrators for all of their hard work and dedication. Would all of our school personnel stand at this time to be recognized? This day also marks the conclusion of the careers of 3 of our teachers. They are Bernadette Leone, Sue Mills, and Laura Vickery. Please join me in a round of applause for these dedicated faculty members. Finally, I wish to acknowledge the parents, guardians, and grandparents of the class of 2013. We in this vocation appreciate your support in a partnership with the school to provide the best experiences possible for our students. Please stand so we can acknowledge your good work. Graduates, on behalf of myself, Mike Duda, our superintendent, the Board of Education, and the faculty and staff, I wish each and every one of you the happiness of a productive life, the respect of your fellow human beings, and the love of your family. May the future be yours. Best of luck, and congratulations, class of 2013.
If we could have our graduates who are going to participate with our choir move over towards our choir at this time, we would appreciate that. At this time, I'd like to present the Haslett High School Choir under the direction of Mr. Eric Wangeman.
It takes a whole village to raise our children. It takes a whole village to raise one child. We all, everyone, must share the burden. We all, everyone, will share the joy.
It takes a whole village to raise our children.
It takes a whole village to raise one child. We all, everyone, must share the burden. We all, everyone, will share the joy. It takes a whole village to raise our children. It takes a whole village to raise one child. We all, everyone, must share the burden. We all, everyone, will share the joy. We all,
Speaking on behalf of the class of 2013 are Sierra Bain and Joel Reynolds.
Hello. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Joel Reynolds. And for those of you who don't know the class of 2013, you may be in the wrong place. This is the Breslin Center. I think you took a wrong turn. I would like to acknowledge what an honor it is to be speaking here. But first, if you would be so kind, allow me a moment to say a few things I've always wanted to say to a room full of people. I suppose you're all wondering why I asked you here today. Actually, Mrs. Scarlett, the culprit is in this very room. Happy Hunger Games, and may the odds be ever in your favor. And lastly, will the real Slim Shady please stand up? Okay, that's it, I swear. Thank you for that. So, this is the class of 2013. Is this it? All right. You look a little bit taller in your profile picture. So, this is the end of our senior year. A lot of things happened to me. I was graduation speaker. I was on homecoming court, and once while on the beach, a handsome lifeguard ran at me in slow motion. The point is, this has been a really great year for me, and I hope it has been for all of you too. And not just a good year, I hope that all of us have fond memories, and we can look back on every year we spent together, no matter where we go in life. And I always wondered why we wait till senior year to get so sentimental about these things. And recently, I figured out why. We all undeniably have a bond. Some of us have been going to school together for almost 12 years, and we see each other 5 days out of the week, and sometimes even more than that. As we all grew up, something strange happened. We became friends. All for a while, all of these little things that we used to separate ourselves kind of just fell away. No one's a jock or a nerd or any of those little cliques we used to identify ourselves with in middle school. It just kind of fell away, and we saw who we really were. When I see the way people treat each other during senior year, I see hope. Whatever's wrong with the world today hasn't gotten to us yet. This class has some of the kindest, friendliest, and most fantastic people I have ever met. I am proud to graduate with you, and I'm proud to call all of you my friends. Allow me, if you will, to quote a very famous piece and deep and profound piece of American literature. I used to wonder what friendship could be, until you all shared its magic with me. My Little Pony, end quote. I'm actually going to end this speech on a serious note. I'm just as surprised as you are on that, but don't be sad today. And just because we're going our separate ways doesn't mean we're going alone. The human mind cannot construct original faces. That means when you dream, all the people you meet in your dream are people you actually know or have seen in your real life. If you think about that on a psychological level, everyone we meet, no matter how briefly we've known them, become a part of who we are. The people we meet will be with us for the rest of our lives. Our friends, our wonderful teachers, our amazing principals and administrators. I know I'm who I am today because I've known all of you. That's right, it's your fault. Thank you. I'll see you in my dreams. Joel out!
Good afternoon, classmates, friends, families, and anyone else joining us today. I don't really have anything prepared for you all, so bear with me because I'm about to wing this. No, I'm totally kidding. I have a speech right here. It's right here. But anyway, my name is Sierra Bain, and I'm honored to represent my class and speak to you all today. I've gone to Haslett from kindergarten to, well, now, And there's no other district or graduating class I would have rather spent the last 13 years of my life in. And I've been thinking a lot recently about what I might say, and I was trying to think of something to, I don't know, sum up our years in school, or maybe a phrase that represents our graduating class. But nothing really came to mind. But then a couple weekends ago, I was walking around the East Lansing Art Fair when I realized how cool the human race really is. I was fixated on all the art when I realized how talented and unique people are, and how everyone has their own interests, knacks, and quirks that make them them. And the more I thought about it, the more I thought how this related to us. I realized, wow, we, Haslett High School's class of 2013, is one cool group of people. Am I right? And now, before you just look at me and think, wow, Sierra Bain, that's so insightful to just call us cool. Is that it? Like, are we done? We can leave? Just hang on a second. There are so many individuals in this room who are phenomenal leaders. So many of us are brilliant thinkers. Grade point averages aside, I know there are some unbelievable minds in this graduating class that sits in front of me. There are so many of us that are more creative than we even know. There are people sitting next to you that you don't even know of all the cool things they're doing or what they're capable of. So I guess I just wanted to remind you of how cool we are. But as we all know, coolness only goes so far. In my book, it only counts if you share your coolness with the world. Share your talents with the world by being bold, being spontaneous, being daring, being passionate, and being amazing like I know you all are. In order for all of our hard work to pay off and for the coolness within each of us to shine through, we need to go out in the world and make a name for ourselves. Now, I know that sounds intimidating, but I know for a fact that the ambitions of the class of 2013 run extremely high, and our determination is even higher. The other good news is we've been given all of the resources we need to go out and accomplish all of our dreams. They've been instilled in us our whole lives by the other amazing people in this room with us. Parents, other family members, friends, teachers, and administrators, thank you for preparing us for our futures, for teaching us, nurturing us, letting us fail, helping us back up when we failed, for caring for us, and most importantly, for loving us. You've done more than you know, and you've equipped us with all the tools we're going to need to follow our dreams, to reach our fullest potentials, make something of ourselves, and ultimately be as successful as we possibly can be. And for that, you're all pretty cool too. If you still don't believe you're capable of coolness, let me remind you of some of the things we've done and experienced as a class. And in case you didn't know, we're all graduating today, and that's pretty cool in itself. So let's take a look at how we got here. Well, first we were born, so that was pretty awesome. And in 1995, the year most of us were born, the movie Toy Story was released. That taught us to reach for the sky and go to infinity and beyond. Lessons that we can carry with us throughout our lives, and lessons that if you live by, you're probably going to accomplish some pretty cool things. Then, not only did a new century start in 2000, but we also started kindergarten. Kindergarten was a huge transition. We went from napping and eating cookies to, well, still napping and still eating cookies, and I don't really remember what else we did in kindergarten, but all I know is I cried every day, so it must have been pretty awful. But we had wonderful teachers, loving families, and supportive friends who helped us make it through. As you continue in your life's journey, there are going to be new beginnings, change, and transition, and the better you handle them, the more successful you're going to be. But don't worry, those teachers, our families, and friends have set us up to successfully cope with any change we may face. One big transition is happening right about now. The transition from high school to, well, wherever the future is going to take you. Whether it's college or the world of work or something else, it's going to be a big adjustment. But we all completed the transition from preschool to kindergarten so we can complete everything, right? In 2003, we started third grade. Third grade was particularly rough for me because we had to do cursive for the first time, and I don't know about any of you, but cursive was not my strong suit. The movie Finding Nemo also came out in 2003, and Dory taught us that sometimes we need to just keep swimming. In our lives, things aren't always going to come easily, but when we're faced with challenges, we're going to need to persevere in order to overcome those challenges. So that's what I did. And look at me now, I have fair handwriting at best, and I'll probably never use cursive again in my life. I know some of us don't look back on middle school particularly fondly, but Daniel Powter came out with a song when we were in the 6th grade that I think can pretty much sum it up for all of us. Bad Day is basically about what its title states, having a bad day. It's okay to have bad days. We're going to have them for the rest of our lives. But it isn't necessarily about the bad days themselves. It's about what we do afterward. Now, we have a few options. One being to sulk, maybe sing a sad song and feel sorry for yourself, Or you can rise above the bad day and turn it around. No, life isn't always perfect, but try to make the best of every day. And if you do that, you're destined for coolness. In 2008, something really special happened. The first African American was elected as our president, and that was pretty cool on America's part. Obama's campaign solely focused on one word: change. And Obama himself said, "Change will not come if we wait for some other person or some other time. We are the ones we've been waiting for. We are the change that we seek." Regardless of your own personal political views, I think we can all agree that he couldn't be more correct in saying this. I believe that if you think something needs to be done, you're the only person that you can count on to do something about it. You need to be responsible for your own life, and you can't wait for everyone to do everything for you anymore. And that's one of the scary but true changes about graduating high school. 2009. Well, this was the big, slightly awkward, but mostly exciting transition to high school. 2009 brought many firsts, one being our first school dance. Freshman homecoming was interesting. Standing on the outskirts of the mosh pit, weirdly bobbing to the beat and not really knowing what to do with our hands. But all of that was forgotten when the Black Eyed Peas' "I've Got a Feelin'" started blasting out of the speakers. Everyone then knew that that night was going to be a good, good night. There's something about that song and just being at a school dance in general that kind of gave us a sense of togetherness. And in that night, we were surrounded by our classmates and friends. I think that could represent a lesson for life, which is to surround yourself with those you love and those who make you happy, and those who bring out the best in you. And in turn, you will be the best and coolest version of yourself. Now, I won't go through every year of high school because there's simply too much to cover, but I hope you all look back on high school fondly like I will. From football games to homecoming dances, to pep rallies, to float building, to basketball games, to proms, to your personal academic and athletic victories, to the clubs you belong, to the friends you've made, to the Mondays we survived together and the Fridays we celebrated together, I hope you enjoyed it all. And to the lessons you've learned in high school, I hope you carry them with you throughout your life and that you're a better person because of the years you spent here at HHS. Now for 2013, the year we graduate. I never thought this day would come, so I'm not sure if this is as surreal to you as it is to me, but here it is. Congratulations, class of 2013. We did it. Just remember, stay cool. Thank you.
Mrs. Jones and members of the Board of Education, the young men and women in front of you have met all the requirements to participate in this graduation ceremony.
Thank you, Mr. Wajenki. On behalf of the Board of Education, I accept your recommendation and congratulate the class of 2013. By the authority of the state of Michigan vested in the Board of Education, and by them delegated to me as president, I hereby confer upon you the diploma of Haslett High School.
Will the graduates please come to the platform to receive their diplomas? Reading the names of the graduating seniors or senior class advisors, Rachel Worrell and Diane Littleton. First row.
You ready? Sierra Rayleigh Bain. Maher George Al-Sheikh Jr. I'm sorry. Board members Fowler and Lemmer will award diplomas. Danielle Patricia Alexander. Quinn Irene Alexander. Brianna Dora Allen. Mason Edward Allen. Chase Dominic Applegate. Ricardo Roberto Arroz. Mitchell Dye Arnold. McCrae Robert Ashwood. Joshua Ryan Bach. Aaron Donald Bates. Brittany Alicia Baker. Thomas Michael Baldwin. Chad Alexander Banghart. Sierra Nicole Banyas. Aaron Christopher Barden. Amy Marie Baumgartner. Joel Thomas Reynolds. Board members Cody and Frank will now award diplomas. Nicholas Sergey Bowman. Mariah Christine Beebe. Laura Ellen Bell. Thomas Edward Bell. Corey Joseph Berry. Joshua Wood Billingsley. Caitlin Marie Bolin. Tasha Francis Bolda. Michael William Booth. Taylor Lee Bratz. Nicole Alexis Brennan. Connor Jeffrey Brewer. Cody Charles Briggs. Janie Helen Brink. Jonah Bryant Brown. Brennan Vincent Burns. Seth Jordan Carncross. Lydia Cheng Chamberlain. Courtney Page Chapin. Emily Kim Cheng. Board members Barbieri and Belzer will now award diplomas. Tessa May Clarizio. Alexander Joseph Kolchin. Genevieve Vaughn Cole. Tyler Anthony Cole. Brendan Paul Colvin. Paige Jessica Corp. Alexander Francis Dominic Core. Erica Ann Cascarelli. Nathan Michael Cottrell. John Andrew Dawson. Miranda K. Delaney. Luciano Julian DiCarlo. Brandon Mark Diebold. Sierra Jean Dove. Tori Nicole Duchesne. Logan Marie Dunkel. Will Anthony Ellis. Nolan Christian Emmer. Gabriella Therese Fidawa. Dylan Cesare Fernandez. Board members Cody and Fowler will now award diplomas. Aaron Jacob Farragon. Kathleen Mary Flagg. Dylan Marcus Flewelling. Corinne Edna Flowers. Olivia Margaret Foote. Reed Daniel Fowler. Eric Isaac Frobum. Aaron Evelyn Gamber. Michael Vincent Garnett. Lorenza Ashley Garofalo. Jonathan Stephen Gatos. Kenna Ezekiel Gabisa. Bruce Joseph Geeson. Drew Choma. Patrick Donley Gifford. Austin Christopher Guernica. Hannah Nicole Greenberg. Nicholas Blake Gregory. Taylor Christian Grenewalt. Thomas Carl Grubb. Board members Frank and Lemmer will now award diplomas. Mariah Ann Gutierrez. L'homme de Basai Habdemariam. Carissa Michelle Haydemus. Christine Ann Harder. Michael Joseph Harding. Caitlin Sue Harris. Haley K. Hastings. Matthew John Hurd. Zachary Eric Habel. David James Hilker. Hannah Lillian Houghton. Zachary Nicholas Hubble. Rachel Elizabeth Huff. Kevin Vincent Hutton. Ian Christopher James. Erica Renee James. Kayla Bryce Jarvis. Jennifer Lynn Jess. Jenna Lynn Johnston. Sophia Joy Swearingen Kirchhoff.
Board members Barbieri and Lemmer will award diplomas. Emily Rose Klimak. Matthew Joseph Klotz. Ian Patrick Koskinen. Alexander Stephen Chow Kozlowski. Brennan Matthew Kremsreiter. Andrew Charles Krupka. Aaron Michael Latch. Iman Portia LaRue. Alicia Nicole Loria. Hannah Catherine Lee. Samantha Rose Leifker. Nicholas John Lemmer. Ashley Nicole Lindsay. Austin Jameson Lindsay. Rachel Elizabeth Linneman. Alicia Marie Little. Claire Elise Livesey. Kyle Jacob Longendijk. Tyler Joseph Lycos. Board members Fowler and Martell will award diplomas. Danielle Ruth Lynch. Joshua Anthony Mudyar. Rachel Mackenzie Marlowe. Brian Thomas Martell. Annette Rose Elizabeth McCall. Danielle Ariana McClure. Brianna Rose McGuire. Brittany Michelle McKenzie. Katie Lynn McMahon. Benjamin Charles McMillan. Nicholas Todd McPhee. Joseph David Meyer. Echo Brielle Mikey Durso. Alyssa Kaylee Miller. Amanda Nicole Miller. Courtney Paige Mitchell. Carlos Fernando Montavo. You're welcome. Elizabeth Jean Musser. Christina Lee Narduzzi. Victoria Elise Nelson. Board members Barbieri and Cody will award diplomas. Bianca Sue Nieto. Jenna Marie Oberski. Joshua Patrick O'Brien. Patrick Charles O'Donnell. Jacob Brandon O'Gorman. Joshua Gregory Osterling. Adam Wesley Oliver. Hani Saeed Omar. Nitish Pawa. Sky Nakomi Palmer. Catherine Ann Panter. Clayton Matthew Pilat. Cameron Stephen Petrosky. Nicole Paige Polhill. Kimberly Ann Pressure. Andrew Jordan Quintal. Samuel Jordan Rathbun. Kristen Lee Reeder. David John Ranke. Board members Belzer and Cody will award diplomas. Mercedes Andrea Reyna. Dustin Charles Rice. Carlos Francisco Rios. Hector Rios Rosas. Megan Nicole Ritter. Whitney Rose Rockstad. Dylan Russell Ram. Brianna Della Rose. Amelia Ann Rosenberry. Charles Stewart Rumsey. Catherine Michelle Ryan. Samantha Nicole Hurl Ryan. Edwin Pedro Sanchez. Owen Matthew Sanchez. Richard Benjamin Sawyer. Alexander Lee Schaub. Alexis Summer Schiebner. James Allen Schmelter II. Board members Belzer and Martel will award diplomas. Johanna Bridget Sherry. Mary Michelle Slack. Derek Grayson Smith. Jacob William Smith. Rebecca Ann Smith. Chelsea Lynn Soper. Sharia Srivastava. Daniel Mark Stevens. Matthew Scott Stifler. Cody Allen Stoddard. Emily Erin Stoll. Caitlin Sue Stornant. Daquandre Terrell Swan. Ryan Thomas Sedlak. Samantha Marie Thompson. Daniel Patrick Turpin. Ryan Charles Tyre. Emily Grace Verkus. Jordan Robert Walling. Melinda Catherine Walsh. Board members Belzer and Fowler will award diplomas. Jill Renee Wamhoff. Kelsey Faith Warren. Jillian Marie Warsko. Samuel Gard Wajenki. Abdul Qadir Abdi Weli. John Daniel Wenzel IV. Autumn Brooke West. Amy Elizabeth Whitaker. Christopher Jean White. Allison Justine Wilhite. Bryn Copeland Williams. Jonathan Ricky Wilson. Michael Ronald Wilson. Olivia Marie Winston. Philip Edward Winters. Christine Danielle Wood. Rory Quillen Youngs. Jacob Allen Zimmerman.
If we could have the senior class officers come to the platform at this time. Good job, guys.
On behalf of the class of 2013, Student Council's senior gift to Haslett High School is professionally reconditioning Victor the Viking mascot, since he has yet to be cleaned in the 10 years we've had him. So he's pretty stinky, so we're gonna clean him up.
Yeah.
Jake, well done. You guys can go have a seat. In my 9 years of being here, Jake, that truly is the best gift. Thank you very much, class of 2013. Parents, grandparents, trust me, that needs to be reconditioned. Members of the class of 2013, I welcome you as alumni of Haslett High School. Would you please rise and face the audience? To signify our graduation, please join me in moving your tassels from right to left. Family and friends, I now present to you the graduating class of 2013. Congratulations, everybody.